is no escape.
Look around. This is our escape.
Hey, welcome to Attack the Stack. If you like that, try this. Burnout Paradise is an open-world racing game developed by Criterion Games and published by Electronic Arts. Paradise's gameplay is set in the fictional Paradise City, an open world in which players can compete in several types of races. The remastered version of the game includes all downloadable content, day and night cycles, and support for higher resolution displays. Players have the opportunity to progress at their own pace and level. Completing events raises the driver rank, which unlocks access to new cars. In Burnout Paradise, Crash Mode, now called Showtime, can be initiated at any time and place in the game. Cars dynamically compress and deform around objects they crash into. During a race, players may now take any route to get to the destination. Races and other events are started by simply stopping at any traffic lights and applying the accelerator and brake at the same time. The game features the ability to customize race settings such as traffic, race routes, and excluding cars based on their boost types. Cars now have manufacturer and model names, which are loosely based on real-world cars, but may not be tuned up or customized apart from their color changes. Forza Horizon 4 is a racing game developed by Playground Games and published by Microsoft Studios. The game is set in a fictionalized representation of areas of Great Britain. It is the fourth Forza Horizon title and 11th installment in the Forza series. The game is noted for its introduction of changing seasons to the series. Regions include condensed representations of Edinburgh, the Lake District, including Derwentwater, and the Cotswolds, including Broadway, among others, and features currently over 670 licensed cars. The game features a route creator which enables players to create their own races. The game takes place in a synchronized shared world, compared to the AI-driven drivatars from its predecessors, with each server supporting up to 72 players. The game is also playable in offline mode. The Crew 2 is an online-only open-world racing game developed by Ivory Tower and published by Ubisoft. It features a persistent open-world environment for free roaming across a scaled-down recreation of the United States. The game allows players to control a variety of vehicles including cars, motorcycles, boats, and airplanes. In the game, players assume control of a racer who is trying to work their way to become successful in multiple disciplines. Each vehicle has its own control physics, meaning that gameplay is different when players are controlling different types of vehicles. Players can switch between controlling air, land, and sea vehicles instantly. The game features 4 different hub worlds, with each having their own theme and playstyle. These themes include off-road, street racing, pro racing, and freestyle. Similar to the first game, The Crew 2 places a huge emphasis on multiplayer. It also features a cooperative multiplayer mode, which allows players to join any events besides boss events together. This mode can also be played solo with artificial intelligence. As with the previous title, The Crew 2 requires a constant internet connection to play.
I know it's been a long time, you've been waiting by a speaker for someone to spit it to your plane. But now you rockin' with the best, and this year award-winning and all that goes before the name.
Test Drive Unlimited 2 is an open-world racing game developed by Eden Games and published by Atari. It is the 19th entry in the Test Drive series. Test Drive Unlimited 2 includes a variety of roads on the island of Oahu, which returns from the first game, and the new island, Ibiza. The game features 3 main vehicle categories, with each vehicle also belonging to a subcategory depending on quality. A for asphalt cars, B for off-road vehicles, which are a new feature in the series, and C for classic cars, with an additional M category for motorcycles. The plot revolves around the player's avatar, who is offered the chance to enter a series of tournaments and progresses through the game in order to eventually become the winner of the Solar Crown by defeating a number of NPCs in various races. Midnight Club Los Angeles is a racing game developed by Rockstar San Diego and published by Rockstar Games. It is the 4th installment in the Midnight Club series. The game features 43 cars and 4 motorcycles. The open world map of Los Angeles is the size of all 3 cities from the previous installments combined, and again provides an option to completely free roam. New additions are 24-hour day to night cycle, weather effects, and traffic with licensed vehicles, adding a realistic aspect to the game. The new dynamic weather system alters the gameplay experience, making the vehicle more prone to sliding on slick surfaces. Convertible cars, customizable interiors, in-game photo mode, and customizable exotics are all new additions. There are a number of special abilities that have been brought to the game as well. These include an EMP, aggro, roar, and zone. Police return, but are no longer scripted to a specific race. They take notice of simple infractions in the game world. If caught, players have the choice of pulling over or leading the police into a pursuit.
I spent 2 years thinking about one moment. He set me up.
Need for Speed is a sports action thriller film directed and co-edited by Scott Wow and written by George and John Gattens. It is a film adaptation of the game franchise. It tells the story of a street racer, Toby Marshall, who sets off to race cross-country as a way of avenging his friend's death at the hands of a rival racer, Dino Brewster. Alright, so this one is for you if you are feeling the need for speed. Okay. Really though, it's actually a lot better than you'd think. For a licensed game property, it's fun. And it's got Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad and that Freddie Mercury actor, so check it out.
Let's go for a little ride.
The Fast and the Furious is an action film directed by Rob Cohen and written by Gary Scott Thompson and David Ayer. It is the first installment in the Fast and Furious franchise. The Fast and Furious follows Brian O'Connor, an undercover cop tasked with discovering the identities of a group of unknown automobile hijackers led by Dominic Toretto. Development for The Fast and Furious arose after Cohen read a Vibe magazine article in 1998 titled Racer X, which detailed the illegal street racing circuit operating within New York City. Walker was the first actor to sign on to the project, while Diesel initially had to be persuaded to participate in the film, accepting only after proposing several script changes. It received praise for Walker and Diesel's performances, and the action sequences, of course.
By the time the first car is reported stolen, your ship set sail.
Gone in 60 Seconds is an American action heist film. The film was directed by Dominic Sena, written by Scott Rosenberg, and produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. The film is a loose remake of the 1974 H.B. Halicki film of the same name. The film was shot throughout Los Angeles and Long Beach, California. The film follows Randall Memphis Raines, a notorious but reformed car thief, after he agrees to steal 50 cars within 72 hours for a British gangster, all to save his brother, who is basically being held ransom. This movie was good. It was fun. Kind of reminds me of the Fast and the Furious before Fast and the Furious, but I guess you could say it was kind of gone from the minds of critics and viewers alike in 60 seconds or 6 years or whatever. But anyways, yeah, go check it out. It's good.
So what is it you do?
I'm a driver.
Baby Driver is an action film written and directed by Edgar Wright. It follows a gateway driver seeking freedom from a life of crime with his lover Deborah. Eric Fellner and his working title films partner Tim Bevan produced Baby Driver in association with Big Talk Productions' Nira Park. Wright developed Baby Driver for over 2 decades. He devised the idea well in his youth, and his early directing experience furthermore shaped his ambitions for Baby Driver. Originally based in Los Angeles, Wright revised the film's setting to Atlanta, integrating the city's ethos into an important storytelling device. Critics have examined Baby Driver's subject matter in thematic studies of the film, with emphasis on its use of color symbolism and focus on babies' evolving morality. It was well received by the media for its craftsmanship. The National Board of Review selected Baby Driver as one of the top films of the year. Baby Driver was a candidate for numerous awards, including 3 Academy Awards, 2 BAFTAs, 2 Critics' Choice Awards, and a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy, and won several other honors, chiefly for technical achievement. This movie single-handedly gave geeks and nerds worldwide hopes that they could be as cool as Baby behind the wheel one day. Well, though that'll probably never happen, I am totally fine with sticking with video games and movies like this. Redline is a science fiction racing anime film produced by Madhouse. The directorial debut feature of Takashi Koike, it features an original story by Katsuhiro Ishii, who also co-writes and sound directs. The film is set in the distant future where a man known as JP takes on great risks for the chance of winning the titular underground race. Production of the film lasted a total of 7 years. I had to throw this movie in the list because I know so many of you people watching probably haven't seen it, but you should immediately. The setting reminds me of pod racing from Star Wars Episode 1, except JP's not a whiny little bitch like Anakin, and the destruction involved in the racing reminds me of something like Fury Road, but with a much greater sense of speed. This movie's just wild and over the top. It's everything I love. Like, to give you an example of how crazy it is, the main character literally uses his blood, his life force, as to power his vehicle, his car. It's crazy. Check it out. If you liked the video or it helped you out, click the thumbs up button below. It really helps us out. If you think it could help others, share it. Of course, subscribe for more content like this and more. And if you have anything to add to our list, feel free to comment below. Thanks for watching and keep attacking.